Hey guys, this is Tough doing an online video debate for the debate entitled "There is no right or wrong answer in any political discussion." This is round 2 for Freeman's debate tournament. I would like to thank Cirque for agreeing to do this debate in video format, and I very much look forward to the remainder of this debate. I do accept all of my opponent's definitions. I would like to ask that my opponent not bring up religious debates as an example for definite right or wrong substance, as there is no real way to prove religion outside of faith. It would be vastly one-sided if such examples were brought up. With that, I'll begin on my first arguments. My contention 1 will be that effectiveness proves whether political disagreement is working, beneficial, etc. Most wide-scale political debates usually come down to personal opinions. These differences in personal opinions are usually how things are decided and agreed upon. But without significant results to prove certain statements, people in general would be without answer to most questions. Political backlash, economical efforts, whether or not the action will have a negative impact on human rights, are all taken into account when evaluating the decision. So what about those debates that have both sides that are naturally mutually unbeneficial and beneficial? For example, there are both many pros and cons to multi-level marketing. The pros are flexible hours, no experience needed, great profit in return for great work as opposed to jobs like Pizza Hut, low barriers of entry, they manufacture and drop ship their products, you can work from home, leverage income, etc. There are cons, however, are quite noticeable as well, such as supply and demand of product can place an industry in harm and potentially cause it to crash. Marketing tactics can be unbeneficial, and most people have bias against network marketing. The overeager, pushy approach can tend to turn people away from MLMs. Product may not sell due to higher retail prices, where one may feel like in order to get the product they must act as a distributor in someone's downline, the potential to alienate warm markets, etc. Again, the cons almost balance the pros. I use this as an example because the use of any MLMs can be very controversial. Please look to source number 1. Also look to source number 2. This point, however, is how do we determine which route is the better one to choose? Going on to my contention 2, long disputes prove that they will probably always be controversial. Humans are naturally and instinctively ignorant. See source number 3. It runs in our blood. No matter what, if we have a good reason to believe something can be defended, upheld, we will continue believing in it so long as the evidence sustains itself. However, this will always be true for the other side too. But why would we humans actively support something if it wasn't true? Issues such as global warming, abortion, death penalty, assisted suicide, even economical debates, etc., will always be inconclusive. The second is a new argument against your position is brought up. We know that the other side can easily find an opposing statement to defend and then attack the other person's personal statements. But is one necessarily right? If a third-party member was to look at both sides and concur that there was substantial evidence enough to weigh both issues, could he really determine which one was right or wrong, given the information? Eventually he'd make a decision, but that'd still make the other side wrong. So technically, in this case scenario, there is no right or wrong outside of what we humans perceive. And given that there is still a great amount of people who will be supporting the other side, how can we accurately say beyond a shadow of a doubt that one will be more right than the other? Which leads me into my contention 3. There is an overwhelming support on both sides of the debate. Vast amount of people believe in presented ways. We're not going to argue majority stuff because it really doesn't matter if there are still opposed opinions supporting the first. We're not going to talk about some court case where we can find proof that one side is faulty, lying, or simply not arguing the right stuff, because there is guaranteed intentions not attached to the original arguments. So even someone losing the debate-wise to another doesn't prove that the supposed theory is correct. The fact that controversy builds so high over issues proves that definite answers are not available. Also, the fact that concurring evidence can support both sides, we cannot look to the fact that any political discussion can be either right or wrong. To conclude, I will say that our own opinions allow us to pick and choose what's right or wrong to us, but we will never be able to speak universally, as it is literally impossible. Any major political debate will be centered around facts, statistics, and evidence both defending or offending the opposing side, thus making it unable for a universal decision. I would like to thank the viewers for taking the time to view this video, and I hope I have provided some insight. I strongly look forward to my opponent's rebuttal. Thank you. Tough out.